Good evening, Spiritual Collective. So tonight when I asked what we needed to hear, what messages that were going to come forth to us on this night, I pulled the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Five of Cups, followed by the Empress. There are more cards that follow, but I want to start with these three since they're the first three in succession that I pulled. So I'm getting that with the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, that there is this need or this feeling to hold on to resources, to save money. Not saying that that's a bad idea. That's a good idea. It's always good to save and to hold close that which is dear, to not let go of certain things or certain resources. But in this instant, it was followed by the Empress. What I'm feeling is that there's this feeling of, there's this like fear, this looking, because you're the Empress, there's Empress energy here, but I feel like there's a tendency to look at the cups that have fallen rather than to engage in the full cups. Now that's not to say that you might not need to save and to be, but not to be stingy in a fear-based way. To be frugal and practical is one thing. To hold on in fear or in holding oneself back because you're in a state of fear, dismay, some kind of depression here. It's just to watch out for that sort of also a feeling of stagnation that follows this, only looking at the cups that are fallen, only focusing on the bad things and not recognizing the good things, can also hold us back and can keep you closed off and not able to share your resources, even ones that there's no risk in sharing. The Empress, okay, getting that this is a prominent energy, so this feeling of lack is only coming from not from the energy that you are or what you're giving off. It's mainly a mental and an emotional state that you sometimes find yourself in, because it's a human thing to do. So, I mean, it happens. The key is to not get stuck there, to notice when you're doing this. And then here comes in the gratitude practices, what you're grateful for, the things that you do have, maybe spending time with the things that you already have that make you feel good. Doing things that make you feel good will get you out of this stagnant state that keeps you closed off, and your energy closed off. Here we have the Judgment card. We received this in, I believe, the last reading. So that, along with Temperance. So we have Judgment and Temperance following the Empress. So there is a need to like be balanced, not to overdo things. But I feel like the judgment that you're going to get is something that is, it's already based off this balance that you already have. You've already kind of gone to this place of balance and assessing things and getting a feeling of the right energies, the right combination of energies for you to put together to bring forth in your own personal alchemy that'll bring about this judgment. Of course, everyone is different, so everyone will experience this differently, because this is a general read. It may or may not resonate, but for those who it does, you will know. The key signature of how you will know that this is a thing is if you know yourself to engage in the Five of Cups mentality. Again, always looking at the three cups that are spilt and not ignoring the ones that you do have, the full cups that you do have. So dwelling on the negative. If you're a person that does this, you find yourself doing this, and you find yourself holding back, this is mainly for you. And again, we've had really good creative reads, so we are entering a new cycle, but we need to watch out for this energy of not letting us stagnate because we're so focused on the negative or the fears or the emotional blockages that we have. We need to get things moving and going too. We need to circulate more. Circulate the stuff that you have, the things that you do. Very important at this point in time. Yes, let's see. Again, it's so much a state of mind. And it does keep you stagnant when you do this. It keeps you from moving your resources. Not that you're supposed to be spending money like crazy or doing it. It's just movement of things, use of things. Don't let things sit because you're scared. You're scared to use them in a way, scared of success, or just being stagnated because of this tendency to look at the, okay, the Five of Cups again. Okay, you know what? See, this always happens for us, right? It's always clarification. I do this because of the clarification. I use a lot of these to clarify what energies we're really working with here. And the Five of Cups is a major energy here. Okay? This is interesting. I'm going to get a little closer look at this card. The details. Because it's, okay, so there's some spilled cups. Two individuals laying down. One leaving. Okay, I'm getting that you need to leave this kind of thinking. Again, it does feel depressive, like sort of like, but you need to, definitely need to leave that sort of mentality behind. He's walking toward, I believe that is a male, and he's walking towards the star that is shining. So there's something here about actively walking away, turning away, and following the star. When you kind of start to see this energy creep in, this that's what I'm getting intuitively from that. Once you see that, you see yourself going that route, once you start focusing on your losses and the negative things, you need to pull yourself out of that and find that star to follow you out of that. It leads you out of that energy. Leading you to the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. Interestingly enough, it looks like it's the same people. Yeah, it's the same people in this card. This happened before the Five of Cups. They were rejoicing, and then after they've rejoiced, oh, I see, after they've rejoiced and the cups are spilled and they've already done, now it's like not feeling the same way, or just looking at things not the same way, that doesn't have the same spark because it's all done, it's all over, the party is over, and the cups are spilt. He's walking away. However, this card fell out after this card, so it's the same. Instead of focusing on when the party's over and things are done, focus more on the party. Focus on this celebratory aspect, the positive, because this followed the Five of Cups. So you do need to look more at the bright side than the dark side. Like, look more at like the times that were fun and fulfilling rather than the loss. Even if it is a memory, gain inspiration from that. Yeah, that's basically what this is. I see. Yeah. Knave of Wands. Got the Knave of Wands here. That looks like a cage. And there are these hounds, hellhounds. Interesting. She's holding the wand. Did she open the door that was holding this dog? Kind of even getting some Hecate vibes here with her holding the wand and then the hellhound, or the hound in the back, and her in this doorway. This doorway, opening up a door that, okay, you once were bound in this doorway, or in this, I'm sorry, this cage, and you're being freed by inspiration. This could be also be a person, a fire sign, helping you out during this time. Okay. But also, it is the whole aspect of divine inspiration, that spark of divine inspiration, letting yourself free. Because in this, I'm seeing, again, these are aspects of you too. If it's not someone helping you out, see, I'm getting that the hound is the collective, is that it's being set free. You're being set free, or something is being set free by inspiration. So that's important. To not dwell on this, look into your inspiration to free you. Because again, being held back, when you were held back in the cage, or with the four-pin, when you were holding things close to you and not moving things. The Ace of Wands. She's holding on, and then it's the Ace of Wands. So yes, the divine, this is more clarification that it's that divine light, that divine spark that is needed. This desire, this inspiration is going to free you from this. So whenever you're getting into this like very negative mindset that holds you back and keeps you from excelling, you need to engage in something that's creative, or something that brings out that divine spark. You know what that is, the things that you enjoy doing, the things that give you that passion. You need to do this. That's very important. This is going to get you out of this. Interesting also to the Judgment, and being freed from like it looks like a cage. So the divine judgment is freeing you, but with the divine spark. Definitely, I'm getting that this divine spark is important. Very important right now that you engage. What aspect of this divine spark is a focus? There are different, you'll know, you know your own divine spark. This may also help us also with some added information about this divine spark. Going beyond normal, okay? So maybe sometimes you think like, oh, it's weird, it's different, people won't understand, and you hold yourself back that way. Again, the light bulb, the light emanating from this wand, going beyond normal. So you're going to have these flashes of inspiration come to you. You're going to have this grand insight, creative insight. You're going to be able to create better, more bolder things. Be bold. She's also has the key, has a key hanging from her mouth. Also, something about words. Opening, being free, freeing your words as well. There's something you need to say, you should say it. I'm also being freed from this cage. The key. Yeah, it's going to be a creative time. Creative inspiration is definitely coming to you now. This is very potent energy. Visions of life beyond death. You may even be getting these really like vast and mesmerizingly potent visions. Like beautiful visions. Beautiful, mysterious, going beyond comprehension in some aspects, but also just beautiful things from the other side that you will see in your dreams, in your vision, in your meditations. Pay attention to your dreamscapes. It's really going to be very potent at this time. So yeah, this is going to take you beyond that. Once you get out of like this headspace, once you've learned to do that and you're freed from this and you've tapped into that Empress, well, you are Empress, but more fully, because that's going to be more fully online, you're going to go far. You're going to go really far. Like, this is beautiful reading. Seeing the true you. So yeah, you really do need to tap into what is holding you back with this Five of Cups, where your mind dwells on, seeing the real you, knowing who you are. This is some shadow work too. So being able to analyze where you hold yourself back is going to be very important at this time. It's really going to push you forward to seeing these new things. Again, sight is very important right now. Divine timing and sight. You're going to be catapulted into a beautiful creative time. Let's see. Because we have this otherworldly energy that's coming through. Let's clarify some of that. What kind of added insight? Temptress. You could feel this temptress energy coming out. You could feel this allure. I'm also being drawn to the Empress energy, the Empress card here. So part of that is the temptress, is the allure. There's something about your appearance that you can change and to mold to different types of, like being your own inner actress. You can bring these out, different aspects of yourself. Again, there's this really strong pull to beauty here in this read. Beauty, passion, creativity, divine spark. You may even want to play with different aspects of beauty that might cosmetology. I'm saying that right. You know, the makeup and hair and wardrobe. You might want to experiment with that. Work magic through your appearance, through your clothes. Glamour magic may also be important. There's something about like tapping into this that will help you find your inner power too. Your outer power, making yourself feel powerful on the outside, will also help you tap into that on the inside as well. Fear, okay. So fear is there. Again, this has to do with the Five of Cups. Counting your losses more significant than your gains, which you should not be doing. Focusing on that, because there's some kind of fear here that's doing that. Some kind of past disappointment, something that you wanted to see maybe excel, get off the ground in the past, didn't, or it stagnated, and now you're hesitant to really go forward with anything. Oh, okay. Forgiveness and dignity. Okay. Again with the peacock. There's a peacock here and a peacock in this image as well. Dignity. There's, again with this beauty, like it's like a dress. Her feather, the feathers of the peacock's like a dress. Again with coming off. I'm not saying that you're not, but expressing yourself in a beautiful, dignified manner, like royalty. Dressing as royalty. You are dignified. And forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving your past mistakes, forgiving how you held yourself back. That's also another thing too. There's fear, there's also this lack of forgiveness. You're hard on yourself, so that's also another reason why you hold yourself back. Could be perfectionism, could also just be like, I wasn't able to do it, I'm not going to do that to myself again, or, but you need to let go. And there's something about breathing, like there's something about speaking, there's something about freeing the throat mouth space. There's something that needs to be said. Maybe you're a speaker, maybe you do a lot of, you know, a lot of speaking, but not to be afraid of that. I'm getting really royal vibes here, as in like very... It's mainly yourself holding you back, but I mean, again, it's your experiences. I'm not saying that that hasn't played a role, but there is that. There's this self-limiting beliefs that you need to let go of, to release, to change, to alchemize. Again, look at the positive, look at the celebration, look at what you do have, look at what's left of what you have, engage in that regularly. Whispers. Okay, here we go again. Like with this image of this mouth space, and this, the key next to the mouth, the freeing of the cage with the dog. Okay, so there's something being freed, but also with words. So you get like this breathing and this coming out of their mouth, and then this whispers. So again, there's something about speaking, but it's also about hearing too, because it's also whispers of the divine. It's also hearing what is said on the other side or inside of you, the whispers. Something, if you need to quiet your mind enough to hear your own inner wisdom. That's important. So you can really analyze what you need to do. What's the next step that you need to take? It feels really positive. It does. It feels really positive. Really positive, creative vibes. Spiritual, creative, diving deep vibes is what I'm getting. So let's dive deep and see what that is that we need to... A beginning. A beginning. Yes. A beginning. Definitely there is a beginning here. We've seen it in the last reading about how you're being reborn. But this Ace of Wands is bringing this new insight in. And it's opening you up. The only thing holding you back really is your fear and your self-judgment. Okay? A beginning. Whatever you've been thinking about starting, you need to start. Thinking about changing, that you really, it's been on your mind, go ahead and do that. Gentle waters, but be gentle on yourself. Okay? Don't rush things. Sometimes when I do, a lot of the times when I do these videos, when I do these readings, I feel like hiccups and like little light burps. I don't know where that comes from, but it usually happens when I'm reading. It's interesting. Out of breath, sometimes burps, and like little hiccups. Interesting. But anyways, that's a side note. Maybe that's relevant to the collective. Maybe there's something there. I'm not sure. But I just noticed that it only seems to happen when I'm doing readings. Okay, so also gentle waters. Be gentle on yourself. Take it easy. When you do this deep dive on yourself, within yourself, you know, keep it calm. Keep it, go easy on yourself. Okay, take it easy. Don't try to like. Yes, you definitely need to take a deep dive into yourself, but don't. It's also a time of gentleness, let's say. So keep it gentle. Don't do the criticizing thing. Okay, yeah, don't do the criticizing thing, because that's what's going to get you into the Five of Cups energy, okay? Don't do that. See spirit messages. Okay, yes, you're going to get messages, again, with these dream messages, these creative insights, a lot of creative you're gonna get psychic visions if you already are in touch with the ways that you receive messages from deities, spirits, or just the beyond, or yourself, higher self speaking to you, your guides, whatever it is. That's going to be heightened right now once you go deep into your subconscious. Meditation is really important, okay? Meditation, self-analysis, and bringing yourself out of a state of stagnation, fear, and depression into one of desire and creativity. That's important. But yeah, the psychic, it's going to be a large psychic boost. It's going to be a time of great psychic connection. It's a fertile time too. It's very fertile. One card. Let's see what else we got. The Mermaid Sanctuary. So again, like, be safe when you're doing this inner reflection, inspection. But don't close yourself off entirely. But there is a need to keep, when you're doing this, to be gentle with yourself. I'm seeing, keep it gentle, but definitely go into yourself. Do some meditations, okay? That's going to be very important to you right now. We're going to leave this reading off with a message of wealth, because there's like this, there's some abundance here with this Empress and this, there's definitely abundance, and this, there's definitely some kind of royal dignity. Like the creative abundance here is definitely, it's there. And it's going to pop out when you free yourself with your passions. Ignite your passions. It's very important. Okay. Opportunities for wealth are more bountiful in my life than the stars in the galaxy. Okay. So remember when he was walking away with from the cups towards the stars? That star that he's walking away to, think of it as just one of the many possibilities. So once you start getting in this Five of Cups, drudgery energy of like stagnation, depression, thinking about the worst, think of all the possibilities that are out there for you and what they have to offer. You know, that was just one of the many opportunities that you're walking towards and into more abundance. And it really is the divine spark in this reading is calling out. So find that passion, find that spark, and follow it. And it will see you to a great many opportunities of creativity and abundance. So, until then.